Y'all was good. Now I want to come on here real quick and I just want to talk about the few things that I learned throughout March of 2023. Now, it feels like it's been a little while since I uploaded a video, but in actuality, I've been having some really serious Wi-Fi issues at my house, and it's prohibiting me from even, being able to record, edit, and upload videos. So with that being said, just bear with me, but the show must continue. Now, the first thing that I learned and realized back in March of 2023 was that you can't do everything in one day. Now, this ties back into the narrative that I was talking about of productivity, where you're not a robot. You can't do every single thing in one day, and there's no such thing as not being productive, okay? In a previous video, I compared it to meditation and sleep. You meditate and sleep, which is damn near pretty much doing the same thing. You consider meditation productive, yet you consider taking a nap unproductive. It doesn't matter what you're doing. There's no such thing as not being productive and not being successful. Simply just take the necessary steps you need to take to remain within this God-given success that you've been equipped with since the day that you were born. It's okay to not get every single last thing done in one day. This is why we have days. This is why we have day and night cycles, so that as an individual, you can realize your goals, you can understand your goals, you can overstand your goals, and you can accomplish your goals and form new ones and do the same thing and again and again and again. Going off of that same point, it's very important that you be very content with yourself, okay? In this life, you're not supposed to be working 24/7. You're not supposed to, burn yourself out mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. In this life is about balance. It's not about, trying to do as much stuff for the sake of getting it done, but be content with yourself. Be happy that you even have the ability, the tool set, the assets, the skill sets in order to even accomplish your goals. Be content with yourself. Now, the second thing that I learned back in March was that it's very important, it is imperative that you allow yourself to know that you're not spending time by yourself, you're spending time with yourself, okay? As somebody who, is healing from a relationship that I got out of at this point almost a year ago, it is very important to understand, to overstand that you're not spending time by yourself, that you're not lonely. You are not alone. You may be alone physically, but you are not alone. Treat yourself as though you would treat others or treat your loved one in a relationship. You're not spending time by yourself. You're spending time with yourself, okay? The only person that you will consistently have in this life is yourself. So why not form a relationship with yourself? It's very important that in the midst of being alone, despite you never actually being lonely, that you form a relationship with yourself. In society, you're seen as weird for talking to yourself. You're seen as weird for being able to vibe with yourself. We are rewarded for being with other people all the time, okay? And through the institution of being with people all the time and not being introspective and not being within yourself, you're getting taken away from yourself. And it's very important that at the end of the day, you got yourself before anybody else. That obviously doesn't mean disregard anybody else. That obviously doesn't mean don't hang with other people, that you don't spend other time with other people. But it's most important that when you're by yourself, when you're in your room, when you're in your house, or when you're in an environment that allows you to be by yourself, that you take this time to build a solid relationship with yourself. Because in the case that you don't, you will be miserable. And you know what they say, misery loves company. The next thing that I learned back in March of 2023 is that when people walk out of your life, not only were they meant to teach you something, but you have to realize that it's time to not put your energy into someone, but put your energy into something. Now, there was a video by Heinz, another creator on YouTube, that, I was watching a video of, and it really helped me open my eyes to the perspective that when it comes time for people to exit your life, it's not about you losing somebody, it's about you gaining something through that person and that energy being transferred into yourself. As opposed to putting love into a relationship, as opposed to expressing your intimacy through other people, express that through yourself. Love is divine feminine energy. Love is creative and manifestational energy. And that same creative, manifestational, and unconditional loving energy, you can put that towards yourself and allow yourself to expand your skill set, expand your arsenal, expand your crafts. Many people out of a relationship, they tend to be very introspective. And honestly, that's the way to go. It's not about, being masculine. It's not about going to the gym and just acting as though things didn't happen. No, it's about feeling your emotions. It's about loving your emotions. It's about loving yourself unconditionally and allowing yourself to heal. heal from all the pain, all the trauma, so that one day you can put yourself in a vibrational spectrum or put yourself in a mindset in order to love other people once again. But in order to love other people, you must realize that you must love yourself first before anybody else. And through loving yourself, through having a very expansive arsenal, you can use, the foundation of your love, and you can allow other people's love to add on top of the foundation that you have set for yourself. And realize that when people exit and enter into your life, you are still just as much of a person before and after them. You are a great person before them, and you'll be an even greater person after them. Trust me. Use this time to meditate. Use this time to pray. Use this time to be creative. Use this time to go to the gym, yet allow yourself to feel your emotions, okay? Unconditional love or self-love is not something that you can do, or not something that you can just say, maybe I'll do it. It's a requirement, okay? You have to love yourself, because how can you give someone else the thing that you don't have for yourself? Okay, you can only lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. I can only give you what I have. I can only pour into your cup if I have water in my own cup. And the only way that I can pour into you at all is if my cup is overflowing with my own abundance and my own love, and then I can give to you, and vice versa. And we can continue this streak of me giving you abundance of love and you giving me abundance of love, and it's as simple as that. Now, the next thing that I learned was divine absolution. What is divine absolution? Now, for context, there was one time last week where I was sleeping and I woke up around maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was thinking about the word, for whatever reason, absolutely, which to me I interpreted as the word absolutely amplifies all the positive intentions, and I thought of the word divine, and then I interpreted that as the word divine amplifying all the divine intentions. And for some reason, it was like my subconscious mind just like put two and two together, and I said divine absolution. And as I was, and at this point my brain is on autopilot, just thinking by itself. I'm not consciously thinking, but I'm saying things in my mind and I'm understanding them as though like an entity, or like a spirit, or God, the universe, source, whatever, is communicating through my mind, my subconscious mind, directly. And I said divine absolution. Now, divine absolution can be interpreted as many things, but for me, I interpret divine absolution as things being done in divine order. To me, I use the words or the phrase divine absolution as a way to, affirm things, right? Now, let's just say I'm going through a hard time, right? I can say this hard time will be done in divine absolution, or I will prosume, or I will enjoy this meal in divine absolution, or it is to be done in divine absolution. And absolutely divine implies that it is to be done absolutely. It is to be done in divine order. It is to be done in divine timing, and that there is nothing for you to worry about as a human being. You must realize that we're not alone, and all the things that we, are doing in life, there's no linear path, okay? I don't regret anything in my life, and I allow myself to know that things are done in divine absolution, and everything has been done in divine absolution. Every single thing that I've experienced on this physical plane of reality, and all of my previous lives, in my etheric bodies and things like that, everything is done in divine absolution. There is no such thing as a mistake. So you have to realize that divine absolution means that everything is to be done in divine order. The next thing that I learned back in March of 2023, which I already mentioned in the previous video, is that what you must realize, it doesn't matter what age you are, it doesn't matter what age you express yourself to be, it doesn't matter where you are in life, you must realize that you are at the baby stages of your development, okay? When one door closes, another one opens. You may be a master at one gate, but that mastery at that last gate is the segue into being a baby in the next gate, okay? Now let me explain. You have to realize that it doesn't matter where you are in life. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how old you think you are. It doesn't matter how wise you think you are. It doesn't matter if you're wise beyond your years. It doesn't matter if you're 80 with the mindset that you're freaking 10. It doesn't matter. You are at the baby stages of your development. There are many lives that you lived before this, and there may be many lives that you live after this. Even if it's not on Earth, it could be anywhere else on, this third dimensional plane of reality. It could be anywhere else in the ether. It can be anywhere else in heaven, hell, whatever you believe to be true, okay? You are at the baby stages of your development, and thinking about it on a microcosmic third dimensional earthly scale, you are segueing into the next stage of your life. And it doesn't matter how far in advance you think you are a baby, you are a child. There is a version of you who is post-evolved. Okay, you are your pre-evolved self. There is a version of you that is post-evolved, and everything that you're going through right now, even the downloads, the intuitive messages that you receive, is literally thoughts and actions being taken out by your future self, being transferred onto the version of you that is current right now. So there's no reason to be scared of where you're going in your life. There's no reason to fear where you're going in your life. There's no reason to fear anything, because you are simply just a baby, and life is not about being right all the time. Life is just about learning. Okay, what may be an objective fact to me may not be an objective fact to you. Okay, but opinions change, facts change, science changes, thoughts change, people change. Everything is about change, and there's no set timeline or path that you need to follow. There's no set rules or regulations or guidelines that you need to believe or that you need to think in order to live life. You are simply just living life through the perspective of you. And the last thing that I learned that was very significant to me back in March of 2023, and I already glossed over it a little bit, but treat yourself as though you would treat others in a relationship, or treat your significant other in a relationship. Again, going back to spending time with yourself, you're not by yourself, you're with yourself. In most cases, you want to spend time, you want to be gentle with your partner. If you're a guy, right, or it doesn't matter who you are, when you're with your significant other, you want to be gentle with them. You love them. You want them to thrive. You want them to be happy all the time. So treat yourself as though you would treat your significant other in a relationship. Sometimes it's okay to just do nothing. And sometimes it's okay to just let time pass. Cuddle sessions with your loved one, your significant other, consists of you doing nothing, simply just being within the energetic field of your significant other. Do that same thing, but be with yourself. Hug yourself, bro. Give yourself words of affirmation. Love yourself with the same amount of conviction that you would love your significant other. Okay, and when you allow yourself to do this, you can be truly the happiest person that you could possibly be. With that being said, I love myself through you. We gonna rock out. Again, I apologize if anybody has even noticed that I haven't been uploading as recently or as frequently as I would usually like to. I've usually been uploading 2 videos a week, but for the past probably month and a half, 2 months at this point, maybe not that long, I've been uploading maybe 1 video a week and things like that. I'm doing my best. I'm handling a lot right now, not in a bad way. I'm just managing a lot and just allowing myself to just be within my own abundance and just thrive. Right now, I'm on my spring break of school. It's been going great so far. Today's Tuesday, I think March 3rd, 4th, I forget the day exactly. But with that being said, I'm just gonna get this video up as soon as possible. I've been having Wi-Fi issues at my house, and we just gonna rock out, bro. So with that being said, I love myself to you. We gonna rock out, and remember, the goal of life is not just to be infinitely great, it's to be greater than infinity. Peace.